Well, hi everybody. I'm John Finn, and today we're taking a look at Sun Man from the Rulers of the Sun, the greatest hero of them all. Super excited about this. If you don't know the story of Sun Man, it goes back to the 1980s when a young man loved He-Man, but he told his mom that he felt he could never be a superhero because there weren't any black superheroes or people on He-Man, the cartoon at least, that represented him. So the mom said, you know what, we need to change that, and created the Rulers of the Sun line, which was the main toy of the new company Olmec Toys. And when Masters of the Universe was kind of revitalized with the Origins series, they reached out to the woman that started this and got the permission and the ability to make figures from the Rulers of the Sun line to be in the Origins scale, in the Origins articulation, and to bring Sun Man officially into the MotU universe. And I just think that's friggin' fantastic, and I'm so excited to get my hands on this guy. So let's get him open. Let's take a look at what accessories he's got, how his posing is, and what the mini comic looks like. Are you ready? Let's go. Alright, so before we open this bad boy up, you can see it's got the Rulers of the Sun Man logo on the front there, just like the Evil Horde stickers that go on their packaging and the 2000X stickers that go on their packaging. It's got that same red meteor burst on the background that we know so well from the MotU line. And it's got kind of an extra special bubble because it has these wings that Sun Man wears on his neck. That kind of wing accessory there. If we turn this over, we get some pretty cool artwork here on the back, and you've got He-Man there in the background. You've got Sun Man going against Pighead, and then Skeletor there, and Pighead is the big bad of the Sun Man and the Rulers of the Sun line. So that's super sweet. We're going to get him later this year, I think, or maybe next year, but he is definitely coming out, and I'm excited to get him and some of the other characters from this line. And as we scroll down, you can see the wings are removable. He's got a special sword that he can put in his hand, and he's got a shield as well, and he's got the twisting, action-articulated power pose that we know from the Origins line. And, of course, you got the cross-sell with Anti-Eternia, He-Man, Clawful, and the Horde Trooper from this particular wave. I do have Anti-Eternia He-Man. I'm going to be doing an unboxing review of him soon. I don't have Clawful or the Horde Trooper, but I'll be getting those eventually, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and get Sun Man open, and let's take a look at what's inside. Quick note, Sun Man is held in at the ankles and at the wrist, it looks like. No, at the bicep with the plastic ties. It doesn't look like there are any rubber bands on that, and we really like that. We look at him here in the inner bubble. You can see just better detail on him. One thing that has been kind of criticized are the eyes on this guy. They are a little bit big and goofy. There's a little bit of white above the pupil of the left eye. It kind of makes him look a little bit shocked to be where he is. But we're gonna look at that. We're gonna look a little bit closer. We're gonna take these wings off of him, take a look at all of these accessories. So let's get him out of this package. All right, we've got Sun Man here out of his package with his funky sword. I don't understand the design of that, but it's still fine. It's fine. It's what came with the original figures, so we definitely want to be able to recreate that. We've got his cool little shield on him, and we got his wings. Let's take a quick look at the mini comic that comes with this wave. And you've got there on the cover, you've got Sun Man, you've got Clawful and Skeletor. Rulers of the Sun, Sun Man rises. He looks way more badass on the cover than he does on the figure, but that's okay. And you got, of course, as we always do, just beautiful art across all of these pages. You've got Faker in here. You've got Anti-Eternia. No, it's Anti-Eternia He-Man, not Faker. I'm sorry. You've got some Skeletor goodness. You've got some Sun Man goodness. And you got a Horde Trooper down here getting his booty handed to him by the Sun Man himself. And just, cool. It's a lot of action, a lot of fun going on in these pages. I hope to get the whole wave because I'd really like to put this one on display. And you can see there on the back, we've got the cross sell like we do on the back of the package. I'm going to put this with my other mini comics. And here are the modular instructions that come with this guy. And just like the rest of the Origins wave, he's completely modular. You can remove the waist from the body, the arms from the body, the head from the body, and the boots from the legs themselves, and switch them out with any of the other parts that you want. And of course, the wings are removable, and so is the armor itself. The wings have some pretty nice detail in them in terms of the sculpt. You do have to take the head off to get them on and off, which is fine. I mean, that's what this line is made to do. And it just has some nice little detail there showing the different feathers and the stuff on the wings. It might be cool if it had a wash or something. And I do wish they would have figured out back then a way to attach them to his back instead, because I just think that looks way cooler. But it's a fun, fix to get them on there when you don't really know how to design toys, which is really where they were. They were starting from scratch when they came up this line, and they used the He-Man mold quite heavily, but they had to come up with some of their own ideas as well, and I think they did an admirable job with that. Now, if we take a closer look at the figure himself, he's got some cool detail here on the boots with those stars. As you come up to his groin area here, it's got a little bit of a different design from the MotU. You got a little bit of that loincloth look, but this cool little diamond on his belt. We come up to the armor. This armor is removable. If you take off the head, it'll just slide right off, and he's got the same basic He-Man body sculpt underneath. I like the design on the shield. It's just got really cool, clean, crisp colors and sculpt. Everything seems to be pretty much where it should be. There might be a little bit of an overlap there on the red going over that line, but it still looks fantastic for what's going to be on your shelf. And you got a sword here, which doesn't have that much detail, but it is big and different from what we usually get in the line. And just to show you real quick, you can pop this guy's head right off, and the armor comes off real easily, and then you just got kind of a buff black dude with a cool sword and shield. A lot of people have been switching out their clamp champ head to put on this guy. I'm not going to do that because I've got a different idea for what I want to do with my clamp champ in terms of storytelling. He's not going to be Sun Man. Sun Man is Sun Man, and that's that. Let's put his armor back on real quick, just so you can see how easy it is to get on and off. Goes right back on. If you want to put the wings on, they just go right over the top like that. Pop his head back on, and there he is, ready to kick some Sun ass. There's a little bit of a paint problem right there, but everything else looks pretty good. His head has pretty good articulation. I'm going to pop these wings off real quick just so we can see, yeah. Fine articulation. He's got the same shoulder joints as the rest of the Origins line. Of course, elbows, wrists, legs, waist, knees, and boot cut, and ankle swivel, and back and forth. So yeah, this is a fantastic Origins figure. It has some great detail in the armor and the accessories. I'm really happy that they're bringing these guys into the fold, and I'm super excited to get more of these, especially with the Sun Man that's coming out. At some point in the future, he has a flat top, which there were many variations of Sun Man that came out across time to kind of, because you got to put the hero out several times whenever you have a toy line. Otherwise, people who are getting into it late won't have the hero. So there's one coming out eventually that actually has a flat top, like used to be really popular in the late 80s and early 90s. And I'm super excited to get my hands on that one. But for now, this is super fantastic. I'm really happy with it. If you're thinking about getting this guy, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's a great story from where this guy came from. He's a cool figure. He's got an awesome design that fits right in with the MotU Origins line. And I'm just over the moon that we had the opportunity to get this. If you enjoyed this review and unboxing, think about giving me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would help me get to my goal of 250 subscribers by the end of 2022. And it's going to be tough to get there. I'm not going to lie, but I still have the goal. Keep collecting the way you like to collect, whether that's keeping your figures mock, opening them for display or for play, however you like to do it. It's the right way to do it. And if anybody else tells you otherwise, tell them that Sun Man will take care of them. Anyway, until next time, I'm John Finn, and I'm out.